Hello everyone, so today I wanted to talk about going on low-dose testosterone, how I ended up going on it, like the process that went into it, how it's going so far. It's been a month, so this is also my 1 month tea update. Not much has changed though, so it will be kind of brief. I've heard a lot of horror stories of trans people really struggling to get their hormones and having a really hard time with doctors who won't budge and having to explain yourself a lot and use your dead name a lot, and it just sounded terrible. So I wasn't looking forward to it. I just moved to Texas, so in the area that I'm in, it's actually a fairly liberal area, which is why I picked here to move to. And they have actually some pretty good options for trans people. There's a gender clinic that I looked into, and I just reached out to them and I was like, hey, so I want to go on HRT, and who do I talk to about that? Like, how do I get that started? And since everything is online right now because of COVID, we just had a video call interview, and it was really good. It wasn't stressful. I wasn't having to prove myself. It was just me saying what my goals were, basically. I was scared that I was gonna have to get up there and prove that I was a man, or prove that I was non-binary in very specific ways, and that they would scrutinize me if I said anything too feminine or sounded too feminine, because I am a very feminine man, feminine being. I have a lot of feminine and masculine components together. But basically, I just told them my goals. I was like, yeah, I really want to be in an in-between place. I really want people to look at me and be like, I don't know what gender you are. And they were like, yeah, no, that sounds great. So you're non-binary. And they seemed pretty understanding. And they seemed very trans-friendly too, which now I realize the clinic is actually run by trans patients. So everyone who works at the clinic also gets treated there, which I think is pretty cool. So when I went in to have them teach me how to do the shot, they were super nice. Everyone there was super sweet. They didn't even let me say my dead name. I got up to the front and they were like, can I see your license so that I can get your name right? It was amazing. They looked at my license, they looked me up, they called me Jay. It was great. It was really, I just felt really good. And I was so nervous too. So having that, it really affirmed me that I was in the right place and that everything was gonna be okay. And it was! This was my second doctor's visit. I guess they thought I already had the tea, which I was not expecting to have had by then, because it was 2 weeks after my video chat. And so they hadn't sent it out yet. And she was like, I'm gonna teach you how to stab yourself, essentially, so that you can inject your own tea. So yeah, so we did that, and then they did lab tests on me, because they have to check that your body can actually take the hormones too, because there's a lot of complications that go into that if you have issues with thyroid or any other kind of medical issues. It can be kind of serious to add hormones to that. So my lab stuff checked out, I guess, because a couple weeks later they told me that it was good to go. I had a bit of a run-in with the pharmacy. It was kind of hard to get them to submit it, and actually right now they're doing deliveries through pharmacy, so I'm actually getting the tea delivered to me every month, which is really nice. I want to say a month after the second visit, I got my first bottle, and it came with this baggie of needles and a syringe and those little wipes. It's so tiny. It's just this little tiny bottle. But it comes with 200 milligrams, and I'm supposed to do 0.2 or yeah, it's 0.2 milligrams, I guess, so that's 20. But it's a small amount. I take it every week. Monday is what we call tea day. I take it every week, on Mondays, and it's just like, you know, you just poke, get stabbed. My partner actually does it for me, so I don't have to stab myself, which is really nice. Yeah, it's always better if someone else can stab you for you, because I don't know, there's something that's like so counterintuitive about like stabbing yourself. Like your body's like, please don't do it. As far as updates on my own body and like how the tea has changed me so far, it's only been a month, and it's a low dose, so it's gonna be subtle. You do not get to pick and choose when it comes to hormones, sadly. So I have a list of things I want to happen. I don't know if they will happen, but I'm hopeful. I guess I'll say so far the only changes that I've really noticed, I feel like I have more energy. I've been crying less. I am still menstruating. That might be TMI. But I guess some of you might be curious too. On testosterone, you can stop your period. Mine has not stopped yet. It has only been a month. So we have within the next 3 months to see if it will stop. If it doesn't stop, then it probably won't stop on this amount of tea. So I honestly might up the tea a little bit, because I really feel very dysphoric when I'm on my period. It's really like the worst time. And I mean, anyone who gets periods hates them, from my recollection. Anyone I've talked to who gets periods just hates them. So it's not without reason for me to not want to have them anymore. In general, you know, the best I can really wish right now is that I look in between. Right now I still have very like feminine features. My voice is still really high. I hope that would lower a bit. My jawline is so soft, and I just have like squishy face and soft face. And cold all the time, because the uterus takes all of my warmth, so I would really like that to stop happening. But yeah, hopefully this was a good like little update kind of thing, explanation of my experience like getting the hormones and starting them. It was actually fairly painless, besides dealing with like insurance and the pharmacy stuff, because that was like the issue that I had, was like my insurance address was wrong because I had moved, and that was the only issue I really had, you know. So it's great. I know it's only been a month, and you can't see changes really, but I feel great. I feel like I have more energy. I feel like I can eat more also. I just feel better in my head so far already, and it's only been a month. So if you guys are interested in these tea updates, I will be continuing making them. So please subscribe, like this video, comment also if you have any questions about low dose tea. It's a little bit different than just going on a regular tea dose. So yeah, I mean, any questions you might have, or if you're also trans, I'd love to hear your experience with getting low dose tea and how that was for you. Because yeah, it wasn't actually that bad for me, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm super thankful. And today's octopus fact. Most octopuses actually do not live very long. The age for a common octopus, like the average age, is about 7 years. So that's really sad. I'm glad that I don't live for 7 years long, but I would also like to be an octopus. So anyway, I hope you're having a beautiful day or night wherever you are in this big blue planet, and I will see you next time.